Good evening. Welcome to the latest edition of the Storm Report Live. We are presented by the Pharmacy of Manchester and Bennington, GC Tractor. They're having an open house this Saturday. In fact, Coggins Auto Group in Bennington and Ramunto's of North Adams. I'm Chris Zipperly, the co-host, along with Adam Samroff. And this evening we have Gerard Burgess and Fred Adrion with us. Fred is new to the team, and Gerard is year 3?
Mm-hmm.
So Adam, take it away.
All right. So this is going to be maybe a little shorter of a storm report today for two reasons. One, I'm like MJ with the flu game because I'm definitely dealing with an illness, as you can hear. Also, tonight's the NFL draft. So who wants to listen to me gibber for a long time when the Jaguars are on the clock? So
well, yeah, you don't want to miss out on Mel Kiper,
That's right. That's right.
Go ahead. Sorry.
All right. Cool. All right. So since Fred, you're one of my guys as a lineman. I want to start with you. You're a young guy. I know, you played at Holy Trinity for a little while. You were one of the Times Union small school players of the year, second team. Just tell me a little bit about your football journey when you started playing. Influences, and then coming into the Storm.
I started playing my freshman year of high school, and my freshman year I was just like 240 of just fat kid. Then I got a lot bigger and lost a lot of weight for my sophomore year with the wrestling and playing football and everything. Then at the end of my sophomore year, I got kicked out of that school for some iffy business that went down with me and one of my teachers. Then I transferred over to Catholic Central and started playing on Holy Trinity, and that's where I got a lot better and a lot bigger and everything. Like my senior year, I was like 280, so I was one of the biggest kids on all the field. Just wasn't able to be moved by anybody. Then out of there, I was able to I got a scholarship, a half scholarship to go to Culver Stockton College in Missouri. But over there, they lied to us about a bunch of things that was going on over there, and the coaches weren't really that good. So almost all the freshman football players were transferring, and then they sent me. Then I was in the middle of transferring, and they sent me a letter that said that I wasn't allowed to come back because my grades were too low. And so I went to Hudson Valley, and I couldn't play there because my grades were too low too. So I dropped out after one semester, and then just started working and everything. And I tried out for the Fan Control Football League in the end of February, but I didn't make that. And then I heard about the first practice we had like a day before it, so I just showed up and started playing. And that's just how I got here.
I got a couple questions for you to kind of build off that. Sorry if I cut somebody else off. I didn't mean to do that. Where was the tryout for the Fan Control League? Where was that local?
It was in Atlanta.
Oh wow.
Mm.
Yeah, that's it.
They had a couple in Atlanta. They had some in Texas and Florida and California and everything.
Do you have roots down there, or did you say, screw it, I'm just going down south and take a chance?
Yeah, I just went for it. It was only $75 besides having to drive down there in case, because that was with a big storm was coming, so my flight was probably going to get canceled or delayed, so I had to drive down.
Oh wow.
Now, tell me about that experience a little bit. Like, obviously that would be a story that would take a long time, but like, just give me kind of a Cliff Notes version of that. Like, going in, how many guys are there? Did you see any, like, I know like Terrell Owens is part of it this year. Like, I just saw that. Of course, that was a huge highlight, but like, just tell me about that scene of trying out.
No, there was loads of people there. There was mostly all skill players, though. There wasn't a lot of linemen. There was only like 3 offensive linemen.
And wow.
The one owner of one of the teams, like the Destroying YouTuber, he was the only owner that I know was there. And other than that, it was a good time. There was some people who were like crazy. One dude was big as hell. He was like 6'4". He looked like Tyron Smith. Then another dude, he was out of the Canadian Football League. He said he got signed that day. He looked like he was like just a big fat dude, but he moved like crazy. And I got a free shirt and had a good time.
Now, in terms of the Storm, how did you kind of hear about us? Because I always like since I'm kind of marketing this thing, I always like to know how things are heard about.
No, I saw a post about it somewhere, and I just kind of showed up.
Well, I'm glad that you did. No, it's been an interesting couple practices. It's always welcome to see some newer guys that are excited about playing football for sure.
Did you play at Catholic Central? Did you play for Burger?
No, I played with Coach Barber.
Barber, not Burger. I'm thinking that's at Troy. Yeah, Barber is
Yeah.
It was at Trinity. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I got there the year after they went to the state championship.
With Torello or Tortorello, whatever the hell the kid's name was there, that was the star. Yeah.
Yeah, Tortello.
Well, I want to skip over definitely to Gerard. Is that all right, Gerard? I mean, Junie, I know you go by as Gerard. Okay.
Either one. I'm comfortable with whatever
You're
one.
good. All right. Excellent. So you've been with the Storm now. This will be year 3. Tell me about your journey. I think I see that. It looks like a Taconic shirt. Maybe am I seeing that? There it is. Taconic Braves.
Yes,
there it is. So you come from, obviously, you're from Mass. Fred's from New York. Just tell me about your football journey. When you started playing, influences, et cetera, et cetera.
I started playing when I was young, probably like 6, 7. Bounced around a little bit. Went from the Pop Warner League here. I played with the Saints. Played a lot of different teams. When I was younger, they had me playing line, man. I wasn't a quarterback. I wasn't a skill player. But I got older. I thinned out. I started playing skill positions and kind of just fell into quarterback. I never really had a quarterback coach or anything like that. Nobody's really taught me how to play quarterback. Kind of learned on my own. And I started playing quarterback my senior year. Didn't play all out throughout high school. And here I am now.
So you played football like going through, but you just didn't become the quarterback until senior year. Or yeah.
I played receiver my first 3 years.
Okay. I'm familiar with Section 2 in New York because that's where I grew up. That's where I played when I was in Gloversville. So I know that. Just talk about. I see it from afar, but talk about that Berkshire League. I mean, that's a tough game every time out. That league.
Man, I got a few bones to pick with people, man. I don't really want to get into it too deep or anything like that, but we got 2 schools. In my opinion, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. It should just be one school.
Taconic and Pittsfield High. Yeah.
Yeah. It makes everything complicated. Creates divide. It doesn't need to be. Gotcha.
How did you where did you see the Storm? How did you get involved? And obviously, Ben, now this will be year 3 for you. Obviously, you've stuck around. Tell me about that, getting into the Storm, getting to meet guys, playing, all that.
I've known Levante and Joe since I was a freaking baby. They were always at my house, chilling, playing Madden, whipping my ass. Excuse my language.
That's all right.
I found out by Joe.
If our podcast was on Apple Podcasts, it would have an E next to it for explicit. Don't you worry about that.
Right. But yeah, Jalen had actually told me about it. I was pretty surprised. So I showed up, and I like you guys, man. You guys are a fun group of dudes. Everybody got their really own opinion. And you guys are like a real family.
How was it trying to navigate the last couple of years? 2020 obviously was the full COVID year, trying to figure out where we're going to play, if we're going to play. 21, still dealing with some of that, trying to play games, New Hampshire, wherever. This year, basically, hopefully being the most normal year yet. Just talk about trying to navigate all that.
It's definitely been tough. It wasn't like anything other than what I've ever dealt with before. Games getting canceled left and right. But we stuck through it, and we get the job done when it comes to it.
Now, one of the things I want to talk about is nicknames. I'm gonna start with Junie, and then we'll go to. I'm gonna hold off on Fred's nickname first, only because I think everybody in the group kind of knows you as Junie, anyways. So why don't you kind of give me the origin of your nickname, because I don't know what it is.
I'm a junior. And
Oh.
instead of everybody calling me junior, they were like, Junie, forget it.
No, that's cool. No, I've never heard anybody use that. That's
Yeah,
actually pretty good.
you hear junior or the second, wherever that kind of that's cool as hell.
Yeah.
But Fred's that's cool. I got to figure this one out.
All right, so the next one obviously is I'll let Fred kind of put out into the universe what his nickname is and hopefully help us
can
understand that
explain it.
origin story.
I mean, people call me Bluetooth. It's really just because I walk around with a speaker in my bag all the time playing music. So,
Oh, that's so boring. No.
Yeah.
If you gotta be
No,
I guess it could be worse nicknames. There are definitely worse nicknames. You could be definitely worse.
Well, no, the reason why I asked is because we had the first the workout and we didn't really know you obviously, and I think, and I don't know, but I believe somebody wrote down I believe somebody wrote down Bluetooth on a sign up sheet, and I'm
Who the hell is that?
did I lose a Bluetooth? I don't own a Bluetooth. I don't understand. And then then I looked further down the list and I saw that you had written your name in there. And then somebody had told me all right, that makes sense now because I just I didn't know who it was. So I wanted to kind of get an idea of what that was, and how it started,
mm.
So I guess the next question is I'll ask another one. What this is for Fred or Bluetooth, I should say. Coming into a new group, coming into a new situation, what are your thoughts so far in terms of the two experiences you've had so far?
I mean, it's been pretty good. Everyone seems to be out having a good time. I mean, it's only been 2 practices so far, so
Yep.
we don't even really got the pads yet. So
No,
it feels good. Have a good time out there with everybody.
I think I saw online that I think the guys are going to try to do something on the 7th as well. But that's more unofficial. Guys just kind of getting together. That's not an official Storm thing, I don't believe. So
yeah, we'll have to figure it out.
May 12th.
Yeah, I thought you say that. I'm glad that you mentioned it because I have anybody that's filled out the form. I have the email address, so I'll send out an email to you, Fred, so you have the details for that. So thank you for mentioning that, Adam. I actually kind of forgot about it.
Gerard, what's your in the 2 years you've played? What's been your most memorable moment with the Storm? Like play on the field where you did something amazing, or just guys hanging out and just being a family. What's your most memorable moment in the last 2 years?
My favorite moment is when I was on the sideline. I think I was hurt. My hamstring was pulled or something, and Joe was in the game. I forget what team we were playing. Picked this corner up off the ground and put him on his back and just sat over him while he's having a temper tantrum. I couldn't get over it. I couldn't get over it.
I want to say it was one of the mass. I think it was against. Was it 20? Was it this past season or 2 seasons ago?
I think it might have been last season or my first season.
I don't remember either because I remember it, but I don't remember the game.
I think they were white.
So we're looking. In terms of this is for Junie again. We're looking. This year. So far there's a lot of new blood there. From your viewpoint, what are you most excited about in terms of the new guys?
I'm excited to see what they're about. Everybody comes in talking a big game and stuff, but at the end of the day, it comes down to what you can do on the field. Everybody can talk, but you gotta let the pads talk. You gotta let what you do on the field speak for you. You can't come out here just talking and not do nothing. A lot of people do that, and it doesn't go too well. So I'm excited to see them on the field and in action.
So I just saw a comment go through our steel trap minded peanut gallery says it was when you were in Keene.
Yeah,
I think it was a Mass Mercenaries. That's what I believe. That would have been 2020 if that was the case. Jalen kind of had his way. Of course, that's the one that you remember, but Jalen's a pretty physical receiver that does a real nice job blocking down the field. So there's a lot of memories like that, but that one in particular, I do recall.
What's and this question is for both guys, and it'll seem very cliche, but what is a personal goal for you this season? Obviously, we want to win championships. We want to do all the things on the field. All that. What's a goal for you this season, playing for the Storm?
Who do you want to go first?
I mean, I don't know. I just want to show up and show out. Basically, just do everything I can to get my stats and do whatever I need to do to get wins. I don't really got like big personal goals really, other than just do everything I need to do.
No, that's what we're looking for. Honestly, it needs to be a team effort for sure. And I feel as though like we have a lot of good pieces this year, and I think there's a lot of hunger that may have not existed in the way that it exists this year. I think everyone was motivated at times in the past, but I think this year there's a lot of opportunity for people to push each other that we may have not had before. So I'm looking forward to it personally. I know that question wasn't asked of me, but I just wanted to kind of add to that.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to prove people wrong, man. A lot of people don't think that I should be where I am or playing the position I'm supposed to be. So just trying to prove people wrong. Go out there every day, show people I can do whatever I want to do, not what I can do.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, go ahead, Adam.
No,
ahead,
I'm looking at the comments, and
Yeah.
TJ said he's
Yeah.
starting to fund me to travel for the season. I mean,
Yeah.
it's funny as it's. I mean, I'm sure he maybe is, but he's got the laughing, so it's not maybe it's a joke, but like that's the kind of thing that this team is like willing to do what you need to do to get to the ultimate goal. That's something I've noticed in the first two practices.
No, for sure, and I think too is like there's guys that are really taking a chance, like getting out of their comfort zone. Like again, I know that we can't, and again, and I slap my hand, but
I'm putting $10 in the jar every time to be able to have a nice dinner at some point.
But I think Junie would agree with me. A year ago, we wouldn't have had 35 guys doing 40s.
Hell no.
A year we might have had 10, maybe. It's just a team atmosphere that was missing, and I don't say it negatively. I just see that everybody's trying to prove something. As silly as a 40 time may be, but
out there to compete.
Yeah, that's it, and that's what we're trying to do.
All right, I think we're getting close up to 8:00. So the Jaguars are on the clock, then the Lions. My team doesn't pick till 24th, but
yeah, we're 25th. So I was joking with Junie, and like, if there's something you want to talk about, just go with it. But I'm like, don't talk about the draft because I literally know nobody. I've completely checked out in the draft, and like I don't have any idea, beyond like 3 guys.
Well, when your team's good, you can do that, Mister. I have Josh Allen at my quarterback.
The Seahawks traded Russell Wilson, and I gave up. I don't even know what pick we
traded
got.
him to my Broncos.
Yeah,
like what are the Seahawks gonna do? Like I was half joking with a friend of mine not that long ago, like shortly after Russ got traded. I'm like, what the hell is Pete Carroll sticking around for? Like, he's 70 years old. He's got nothing.
He can retire with his rings and be straight.
I mean, I know he loves the game, obviously, but I mean, I don't know. Like, there's a lot of what ifs. I mean, I really don't know why the Seahawks did that because like, they're in the NFC and the AFC is much more powerful now than it was before. So I don't really know why they would do that.
I think the other 3 teams in our division made the playoffs, and the Rams they won the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that's true. That's true.
But at a big disadvantage. You don't got a quarterback. You're probably not going to win games, especially if he can't get the ball to the receivers that y'all got. Or they got.
Yeah.
That's right. My team's got a quarterback, but they got rid of the top receiver, and we're expecting CeeDee Lamb to be the top receiver.
What are you worried about? You got Jerry Jones, man. You're good.
Nope. As soon unless he's gone, we're mediocrity forever. 8-8, 9-8, I guess now.
No,
right?
that's the truth. No, that's the truth. I lived
here,
through
like,
it as a Bills fan.
You're right. I'll use one of my since this is an expletive podcast. Fuck Jerry Jones, point blank, public.
Yeah, he's definitely more of a problem than he's a help. Yeah, because it's like, and again, I can only being a Bills fan, but it took a change of ownership for the things to start changing.
The Pegula, right?
Pegula, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Pegula Blendata, I think it is.
That's right. You're going to be paying for that stadium too for the next 3,000 years.
I don't have any issue with it because you want to know why? I'm paying taxes for a bunch of stuff I don't use now. So as a Bills fan, I might as well go sit in a damn stadium.
You got a point.
and at the end of the day too, is everyone has to remember, yeah, it's a lot of money, but they're also bringing in a tremendous amount of tax revenue. So if that team were to go, by not funding it, you're losing money. So you got to spend money to make money, and that's exactly what the state's doing. So I understand the optics of it, but they're going to make the money back tenfold. At least that's my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's how I see it.
And the draft really is like a microcosm of what we are about, right? Bluetooth's new. We don't know what you got yet because you've been only in a couple practices. Wait till those pads go on. That's where you see if those draftees, can get it done when they put the pads on and let the pads do talking, like you said. So I'll bring it back to the Storm every time.
No, it's good, and it kind of for the guys that are watching. So the first practice is May 12th. We're just going to go helmets on May 12th, and then the first full week of practice, which the date escapes me right now, so I think it's the 16th. I think that week's going to be full pads. We're not gonna ease into it too bad. I mean, we are gonna take the first day to kind of get to know everybody because the fact is there's going to be a bunch of people that needs tape stuck to their helmet with a name on it because there are some new people there. But come week 2, it's game on because we only have a handful of practices until the preseason game. So I just hope everybody's excited to get to work.
Well, it's 3 until the Arena League game, and then I think it's another 4 or 5 until the preseason game.
Yeah, it's not many. It's less than 10. So, with that, I thank you guys for both coming on. Best of luck to everybody's favorite team tonight. Hopefully, the New York teams don't squander all 8 picks they have tonight in the top 10.
Okay, hold on. We're not going anywhere yet. Hold on. I saw that. I was looking at the draft order, and I said that my wife's like, she's a sports fan, but she's not huge in football. And I was like, the Giants have 2 of the top 8 picks, and the Jets have 2 of the top 10 picks. She's like, that's bullshit. And I was like, yeah, it is. But they also stink.
Yeah, they also didn't all the years just sucking. They got to get something out of it.
Well, they also didn't, and I think this is a wise move. They didn't pick up Daniel Jones' 5th-year option, which I think is wise.
Yeah.
Because A, they don't know what they have, and B, they don't know what they have. Meaning, you don't know if he's going to make it. I don't think he's the guy. But then he can also have an opportunity to make more money if he does well. So all the chips are kind of shoved in the middle of the table. But it'll be interesting to see how he performs this year. Dable's definitely going to help, but I don't know that he's the guy.
The one that I'm looking forward to for the Giants is Saquon. Like, he's been hurt and everything else.
Yeah.
And he can have the greatest games in the world, except when he plays my team.
Yeah, I'm rooting for him too because I think he's got something to prove. I mean, I think history would tell you that year 2 off of ACL is much better than year 1. So I think it's premature to say he's washed.
Yeah, I hate when people do that. Like, the dude is hurt, man. Let him be.
Yeah.
And
everybody wants to love him when he's playing good, right?
Yeah.
Don't be mad when he's bad and hurt.
One thing I do like for this draft is I think 3 of the top 5 picks, at least all the mock drafts that I've been seeing, are defensive linemen. Because teams are starting to realize that you need a strong defensive line to win championships. So
I mean, they also got some
dudes. For the big boys.
Well, yeah. Go ahead, Junie.
I said they also got some dudes coming on the freaking draft right now. Straight murderers for no reason.
Wait, we're not talking about Ray Lewis. Goddamn.
Oh no.
Or OJ.
Oh man, he played for the Bills.
Yeah, no, he didn't. He finished his career as a 49er. So as far as I'm concerned, he's a 49er.
Oh,
Lord, this is quite tensus. I be seeing OJ out of okay. I was gonna.
That's a farcical call, Adam.
That's very farcical. Lest anyone think that he was there, he was not. It's very farcical. We're just doing Howard Stern references. These guys.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm hitting them with
I
the
think it's
high.
time to end.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, thanks for stopping by. We'll do this again in person, I'm sure. But yeah, let's see everybody soon. Practice our May 12th, and the rest will be history, hopefully. So
All right.
all right, guys, thank you.
All right. Thank you.